Hello, my name is Francisco Velasquez. I am a junior at Fresno State University. My expected graduation date is spring 2017 with an accountancy option. In my Management 110 class, I learned that during the Iliad assessment that my communication skills were lacking. I self-assessed myself at having a 95 while they assessed me having a 46, which puts a pretty significant gap in between what I believe I am good at and what they valued my communication skills to be. I have taken communication courses in the past, so I feel like I have, a basis of good communication. But I do feel that after taking the Iliad assessment, I did learn a few things. That perhaps sometimes I need to sit back and listen. There are times where I do interrupt. I get a little bit carried away with my ideas, and I've learned that maybe just stepping back and listening and absorbing all the information is probably the best thing to do. Steps that I can take to kind of improve my skills are to listen, organize thoughts, and being able to listen again, but attentively to really grasp all the information. I did read a few texts to kind of improve my communication skills and learn about communication. And something I came up with was a text on communication health check measuring corporate communication, which dealt with performance measurement. First, there's 3 steps. The first one is output, getting your information out, making sure you get it from point A to point B. Secondly, is the satisfaction of the information, whether your peer or, let's say, stockholder, since this is accounting, or business owner, is able to use that information. And the way you measure the usage value of that is by step 3, impact, measuring whether the quality was there of that information that you gave out, or maybe you're giving out instructions, making sure they're understood appropriately. Another thing I read was on Ling Huan on strategic internal communications. In that text, it is mentioned of symmetrical communication, and what that is it aims to facilitate a dialogue between the organization or myself and the employees or peers, because you need that back and forward feedback, being able to talk to them and then give them feedback to you, which I believe is very important. I believe that implementing these techniques will help improve my communication skills, and I've developed a timeline which is roughly 6 months, which may be too much time because I feel like I can do it sooner, but that extra time gives me time to practice. And something that I can use to implement that would be using SMART goals. Specifically, I want to listen more attentively, and a way I can measure that is by asking questions, making sure I understood what they were saying appropriately. Next thing is practicing that listening and asking questions aspect, taking time to absorb everything, which I think kind of ties into being realistic. If you practice it, it's realistic that you'll understand it. So 6 months may be too much time, but again, it also ties into it being realistic. So I believe that will be a good method to help enforce that skill. And in conclusion, I feel that implementing performance, measurement, symmetrical communication, and using the SMART goals to kind of put everything in motion and keep track of it will positively influence my listening and overall communication skills. Thank you.